Good evening guys, welcome back to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in Season 11 Round 2. We're at Alsace Village this evening. Sorry if I'm not even my usual self. I had to put my youngest kitty to sleep last week due to an unexpected blood clot, and yeah, the less we say about that probably the better. But here we are again this evening, and hopefully we'll have some cracking racing. We had some brilliant racing last week. Obviously Sonic King, I think it was, managing to do the double in his debut, so absolutely cracking racing there. I think Iggy was up there as well as Viking Dog, who we are just watching at the moment in free practice. I think this track is definitely going to lend itself to tyre deg again. I think that's definitely going to be an issue or a feature within this race. A lot of windy off camber and cambered corners, which do make for hard work on the tyres. So looking like Viking Dog actually not putting in a fast lap yet in practice. Iggy is currently sat in first place. Obviously he won't be on pole. We're going to do qualifying at 8 o'clock I believe, so in about 7 minutes time. But Iggy currently with a fastest lap of 1:49.6. I think he'll be hoping to manage to do that in qualifying as well. BX Royal 1.3 seconds behind him, and everybody else it looks like still on an outlap. So yeah, the driver's just trying to get to grips with the track. I believe it's 4 times tyre wear, 3 times fuel again this evening. As BX comes around one of the big sweeping banked right-handers. And welcome along. If you've it's the first time you're joining the stream, I can't even get my words out this week. I'm your boy Vexed, it's Vex Man. This is the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers, Season 11 Round 2, Alsace Village, and apologies again guys, yeah, not in the greatest of spirits tonight, but I'm sure we're going to have some great racing. As I say, I was debating whether or not to do post-coms for this evening, because, as I say, lost my youngest cat last week. We had to put him to sleep, which wasn't very good at all. We did gain a new addition to the family though. We went and picked up a new kitten on Friday to try and make the grieving process easier, and it definitely has. It's definitely given us a reason to smile and laugh again. He's a lovely little thing, little Loki. Reggie. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some cracking racing again this evening. It was a great display last week. Everybody on top form. We actually had quite a few viewers last week as well. I think we were up to 18 or 19 viewers at one point, which was absolutely amazing. That's probably the best viewers we've done during a live stream for Aero League Racing. I haven't been back on YouTube to check the views since, but hopefully we got a fair few views on the YouTube. Can't work out how to. Oh, they've changed the app. Great. Thank you, YouTube, for changing the app. You make things all the more easy. Not. Why, what, how? Now I cannot even work out how to switch account. There we go. So, if I... Why is it all down the bottom now? That's weird, man. Why have they changed the app? It didn't need changing, man. Ah, amazing. So we had 120 views on round one, which is absolutely cracking. 8 likes as well. So yeah, thank you, lads. It's nice to know you're appreciated. It makes doing the comms all that more easy. So I think the guys are now getting ready to go into qualifying. In fact, I think we've still got 4 minutes left of free practice. I wonder if we're going to have RDO in the chat again this evening. He was bringing some great statistics last week. That's new.
No, God, please, no, no!
Try to find... Oh god, we got a bloody advert again. Try to find the klaxon, try and line up the klaxon before the sprint race this week, because we were a little bit on the back foot with it last week. There it is. So if we have a look at the grid, I believe Chris was here last week, so we had Alex last week, Bomber was here last week, Isaac, Mitch was here, Capillary GT was here, Visaris, Capel, Iggy, B. McKenna. I think B. McKenna maybe a new driver this week, CMP. I think I remember, yeah, because I kept calling CMP OMP last week. Obviously everyone knows BX. Sonic King, he did the double, didn't he? He's going to try and do it again this evening, I'm sure. Viking Dog, reigning Season 1 champion, or reigning Tier 1 champion. And then Owen, Mr. Top 5. Listen to that, the scream of that Mazda RX Vision, absolutely screaming that rotary. I wonder if they're going to be suffering from weird tyre wear again this week. Was it that car? No, in fact, it wasn't even that car, was it? It was... I think it was Isaac, Mitch and Viking, wasn't it? It seemed to be that rear left went very, very quick. So 8 o'clock now, I do believe we're about to go into qualifying. I think the lads just getting the last little bit of free practice in they can before going into qualifying conditions. I think the ones to watch are going to be, I think Alex was tipped to win this season, but yet to make a massive impact. I think Viking Dog definitely one to watch. Obviously, reigning Tier 1 champion. Iggy was very, very quick last week, wasn't he? He's also one to watch. In fact, all these guys, everyone seemingly pulling out laps when they need to. BX as well. Sonic King obviously doing the double last week. So yeah, qualifying will commence shortly. I've not seen a notification pop up on the left-hand side yet from BX. Normally he lets us know when everything's about to start. Yeah, and there we go, we've got the message there. He says starting soon. So we will get into qualifying very shortly. How many drivers do we have this evening? I think we've got a maximum of 15. Obviously I'm taking up the 16th slot. Have we got 15 drivers? We only have 14 at the moment. I'm not sure who number 15 is supposed to be. But Iggy's still the fastest lap in practice with a 1:49.6. Iggy the Time Lord, not in the hot tub time machine this time round. He's in the BMW M6. And here we go. So I do believe this is qualifying, just about to start now. We'll try and get on board with whoever comes out first, see who's going to start their first flying lap. Who was that? Everybody bundling out of the pits. Owen, he's going to come out first, I believe. He's got B. McKenna right on his bumper at the moment, right up his gearbox. Obviously they're going to put in a out lap and then they'll begin their first flying lap. I think Owen's just moved over to let B. McKenna through. Yeah, he has. Here comes his teammate, Iggy. So Owen looking like he's just trying to stay out of the way at the moment. Let some of the faster guys through. So Iggy has found his way to the front of the pack at the moment, so he will surely begin his first flying lap, as long as he has no mishaps. It says that Chris is still in first place, but I believe he's further down the order. So, in fact, looking through the grid, does it look like the guy, I can't remember who it was, but who I thought was the first Scottish guy I'd seen in the Aero League racing is actually Swedish, was it? I believe. I think that's who we're missing this evening. Number 15. So we'll stay on board with Iggy for a minute. He's coming through the final sector now, should be coming up to start his first flying lap. He did have the fastest lap currently in practice, but there could be a little bit of sandbagging going on, you never know. So we're actually going to have a little on board with Iggy as he comes up to turn 1, start of the first flying lap. Hard braking down second gear, keeping it nice and smooth through that first turn. Easy on the power, all too easy to get a little bit squirrely on the rear end coming out of turn 1. Coming up the hill now on the approach to turn 2. Just a little bit of a kink here. And then hard braking for 3. I was going to say probably down a second gear. He is down a second gear, trying to keep it nice and smooth through that turn. As you see there, he did get a bit of a twitch there on the exit. Under acceleration, keeping it nice and smooth through this next turn, turn 4. Up to 5, another hard braking zone. keeping it in third gear through there. Nicely done there from Iggy, catching a little bit of grass there on the exit. Down into 6. I think that's 6. Up to 7. The sweeping right-hander. Big banky boy. Probably has an official name. In fact, no, I don't think it does. I think this is one of the Gran Turismo original tracks. Obviously not a real world track, this one. I believe in the French Alps. Definitely a very mountainous region. So he's coming through the final sector now. This can be a hard sector, this one. I say down to second for the final turn. Back onto the accelerator. And he is going to put in a 149.5. So Isaac Mitch, what can he do? So he goes 2.3 seconds slower. Viking Dog actually only 8 tenths off of Iggy. And then Capellero GT, Capellero, he looks like he's flying this evening. He's only 2 tenths behind Viking Dog. Bomber 4 tenths behind Capellero GT at the moment, but he's just dropped down to 5th place as Alex goes through to 4th. He's 2 tenths off the back of Capellero GT, nearly 3. So at the moment, as it stands, everybody now on their second flying lap. We've got Iggy, currently provisional pole with a 149.5. Viking Dog is currently in second place. He's picking up that slipstream off of Isaac Mitch up ahead, so may be able to go faster again this time round. Currently sat in second place. Capellero GT is currently sat in third. They're in fourth place currently. Then we have Bomber in 5th. BX currently sat in 6th place. B McKenna currently in 7th. Oh, a bit of squirrely there for that last turn. Did well to hold it. CMP, he's there in 8th place currently. Chris is currently in 9th. Owen is currently 10th. Visaris is currently 11th. Isaac Mitch is currently 12th. And Sonic King. What's going on with Sonic King? So maybe the BRZ not quite as good round here as it was last week. Uncharacteristically out of place at the moment in 13th. Capel 14th. So Iggy, he hasn't managed to improve. Viking Dog's in to throw on a fresh set of tyres. I believe there's like 4 minutes left now of qualifying. Capellero GT also following him for a fresh set of tyres. CMP goes up to second place. He's only 100th off of Iggy. 100th off of Viking Dog, sorry. Viking Dog still 8 tenths behind Iggy. May be able to snatch that pole position away on them fresh tyres though. Interesting to see if Iggy manages to get in and get a fresh set on. I think he might have to make do with the times that he's done. He may still get a chance to get in and get a fresh set of boots on. And as I say, tyre deg is going to be an issue around here, isn't it? You can see that already. Iggy's going to have to manage that tyre wear. Definitely going to be a feature. So 7 minutes in, and there's not really many changes on the board at the moment in the stand-ins or in the qualifying rankings. So Iggy's still currently in first place with 149.5. I think he may try and dip it into the pits this time around, will he? In fact, no, he's... Yeah, he has. So he has. He's gone in to go and get a fresh set of boots on. So Viking Dog, what can Viking Dog do? He's on a fresh set of tyres now. He's coming up to the final sector, or coming through the final sector. Can he snatch that pole position away from Iggy? Oh, he's actually backed out to let Alex through, so maybe trying to get a bit of heat in them tyres there. Not too sure. Yeah, he's trying to get an optimum run through the final turn. This will be the start of his probably final flying lap.
Shoot it to my tyre 2 gang.
GJL96, a shout out to my tier 2 gang. So GJ, I think a current tier 2 driver. Obviously we're here with the tier 1 boys this evening. Welcome along, GJ. I can't remember what it was now. Hopefully we're going to have some cracking racing this evening as we did last week. And I think he's just left again. So Viking Dog, is he going faster this time round? Haven't seen any purple sectors pop up for him just yet. I think tyre wear is definitely going to be an issue for everybody around here this evening. Can Viking Dog improve? He's actually 800 down at the moment. As he comes through the final sector, will he snatch that pole position away from Iggy? It's looking like Iggy might be quite comfortably on pole at the moment. Nobody able to touch his time just yet. Oh, Capillary GT dropping Viking Dog down to 3rd place. And no, Viking Dog unable to improve that time around, so Capillary GT only 4 tenths off of Iggy. Welcome along, David. How's it going, mate? Come on, CMP, David says. CMP currently sat in 5th place. Oh, and Sonic King has improved. So that was a late improvement. Late on in qualifying, but he's managed to move up to 3rd place. As I say, maybe a bit of sandbagging going on this evening. So Iggy currently still provisional pole with a 149.5. We've got Capillary GT behind him with a 149.9. Sonic King sat in 3rd place. Can't see his time because he's off track. Viking Dog, his fastest time is a 150.3, which is good enough. Currently 4th place. CMP only 100th off of him in 5th. His fastest is a 150.3. BX is now back into the pits. He's currently sat in 6th place. Bomber, his fastest with a 150.649. Alex Zab only a 1,000th off of Bomber. That's going to be a close one, isn't it? He's done a 150.650. B. McKenna currently sat in 9th place. Chris will be sat in 10th. Visaris will start in 11th. Owen will start in 12th. And Isaac Mitch looking like he's on the fly. Will he be able to improve in the qualifying standings? His current fast is a 151.4. He looked like he was a little bit on the back foot last week, maybe not quite getting to grips with this Peugeot. Capillero having a bit of a moment there, and Isaac Mitch not managing to improve there, so he will be starting in 13th. Capel will start in 14th, and we will get into the sprint race very shortly. So here we go, the final reset before qualifying, before the sprint race. Apologies guys, my head is a bit all over the place at the moment. More so than normal. Okay. So Capel, looking like Capel's on an alternate strategy from everyone else at the moment. looking to run their mediums in the first stint. Who was it last week? Somebody else last week was on an alternate strategy, and I don't think it quite paid off for them. It was looking good. He was looking strong, whoever it was. Can't remember who it was, but they were looking strong for the first half of the race, and then it all unfolded towards the end. A tyre degradation, an issue last week as well. And welcome along, we've got 10 viewers now. Hello everybody, it's your boy Vex here again, as always, it's Vex Man. We're here. Round 2, season 11. And we are about to get into this first sprint race, 20-minute sprint race. Or is it, no, it is 15, isn't it? It's a 15-minute sprint race. You think I'd know by now. We actually have 12 viewers, so welcome along viewers. Great to have you along. Hopefully we'll get some interactions this evening. We had RDO giving us some nice statistics and stuff last week. Looking like he might be racing this evening, because it doesn't look like he's present in the chat. So everybody going through the final checks before the sprint race starts.
I'm a jelly bean.
So is this it? Are we getting into... Okay, so we just had the message there, starting soon, so everybody's still going through their final checks. Sure, the mechanics will be taking the tyre blankets off soon, and we will get the cars out on the grid and get the race underway. I think it's going to be a late finish again this evening. Where's everybody going? We're down to six viewers now. We had 12, so 6 people have just randomly dropped out. Alright, so here we go. Oh, and then we have a 15th driver. Oh, we got the weird blue flag glitch again. It says that Iggy's in second place. He is actually on pole. And here we go. So it says Sonic King's sat in first, but you can see he's down there in 3rd or 4th. I think he's 3rd place. Look like Viking Dog getting a really good getaway there. He's going to take the inside into turn 1, is he? He's holding that inside line. Iggy's holding it around the outside. There was plenty of room given there. Plenty of respect between these two drivers. So Sonic King actually starting in 4th. He's dropped down to 5th place now. He is going to be one to watch in this sprint race. As are these front 2, and Aero GT looking very rapid again this evening. He was looking very fast in qualifying. BX Royal as well there in 4th place. Sonic King managing to improve right at the last minute in qualifying. Up to 3rd, but I believe dropping to 5th off the start. Tyre wear is definitely going to be a feature again in this race, in the sprint race and in the endurance race, which will follow this one. Obviously the final results from this race will determine the reverse grid for the feature. So Iggy making a good getaway at the moment. He's actually managed to pull out a nice gap already. 7 tenths, 8 tenths. Viking Dog, he's now having to defend against Aero GT. Aero not quite close enough to go for a move into this right-hander hairpin. In fact, looking like Viking Dog managing to start stretching that gap a little bit. It was looking like it was moving up to 6 tenths. Jeff Pearson's just said his money's on Sonic King. Yeah, Sonic King's been looking rapid this season, mate. He managed to do the double in his debut. So currently sat in 5th, but I wouldn't write him off just yet. That BRZ is an absolute animal on tyre wear, so that is going to come into effect within the endurance race. It may be a feature as well in the sprint race, but we'll have to wait and see. So Iggy still 7 tenths ahead of Viking Dog. Viking Dog's in 2nd place, or Aero GT currently sat in 3rd place. He's 4 tenths off the back of Viking Dog. We got BX there in 4th place. He's managed to create a bit of a gap now to Sonic King, but he is nearly a second off the rear of Aero. Strangely, we've not actually got a split between Sonic King and BX, although you can see he is there in 5th place. And that is, Polyphony really needs to sort these lobbies out. It says that he's 1 minute 54 seconds ahead of CMP, but he quite clearly isn't. CMP's right behind him in that GTR. CMP also a very fast driver. B McKenna currently sat in 7th place. He's holding off Alex behind him. Alex and Owen having a bit of a ding-dong as well. Alex, Owen, is he going to get that move done? He's going to have the inside for this hairpin. Oh no, somebody's blocked him off ahead of him. Who was that? Not too sure. I think it's Brian McKenna. And in fact, Owen, he has managed to get that move done. He moves ahead of Alex. Alex now having to defend against Chris. Chris is all over the rear of him in that Mazda RX Vision. Can he get past him? Alex in the McLaren 720S. Currently sat in 9th place. Then we've got Chris there in 10th. Visaris is 11th place currently. We have Bomber and Isaac Mitch. Isaac Mitch going for the move up the inside now. He's managed to get it done into turn 1, has he? He's managed to make that move stick. Bomber trying to get the switch back now. Can he get back up alongside him? No, he's going to have to stay in the slipstream for the meantime. Oh no, somebody having a moment in the background. Capale there in 14th, and it was Mini. Oh, Mini, unlucky, mate. So Mini on the back foot now. Iggy, meanwhile, scampering off into the distance. He's 1.4 seconds ahead of Viking Dog now. And Viking Dog looking like he's trying to save his tyres at the moment. His tyre wear not looking as bad as it was last week, but as I say, it's definitely going to be a feature around here, around Alsace village. Oh, is he actually? No, he's dipped the wheel off. He's dipped the wheel off. He's held it. He has. He managed to hold it there. Hold it even. But that is going to land him with a 0.5 second penalty, so he will surely lose that position to Aero GT, who has rapidly closed that gap. He's now 5 tenths off the back of Viking Dog, so he will surely take that 2nd position. Viking Dog is going to have to defend against BX. Aero really closing up now. He's closed it down to 4 tenths. Meanwhile, Iggy stretching that gap now, stretching that lead to 2.3 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. The CMP actually into the pits, so not sure what's happened to CMP. Maybe he's thinking this is actually going to be a 1-stop in this sprint race, so is it going to be a 2-stop in the feature? We'll have to wait and see. Or maybe he's retired the car. I'm not too sure. No, he's back out. He is back out on track, so he's definitely not retired the car. He's just gone and taken a fresh set of rubbers on. No, Aero. Looking like Aero nearly losing the rear then. Behind Viking Dog. He's kept that gap to 0.5. He's 5 tenths behind still. Where is the penalty line? I can't remember where the penalty line is around here. It wasn't on the start finish, was it? So it may be along that back straight after this bank, yeah, it's after this banking here. So through Big Banky Boy, and then Capolero is going to move up to second place. Did Viking Dog keep it nice and neat through there that time? Yes, he did. As we see there, Capolero, he has gone for the inside into the hairpin. He's managed to get that move done. Viking Dog is still there on his outside, but Capolero getting that move done. He's managed to get it to stick. Viking Dog only 2 tenths off his rear though. As I said though, Iggy scampering off into the distance at the moment. He's got a 3.5 second gap. Will he be able to make them tyres last to the end of the race though? I'm not too sure. He's bending the time-space continuum at the moment though. 3.3 seconds ahead of Capolero GT, who's currently sat in second place with Viking Dog behind him in third. Sonic King now up to fourth place. I think that was courtesy of CMP. Or has he actually managed to get past BX? So maybe BX having a bit of a moment somewhere. He is now down to 5th place. Being chased down by Brian McKenna. Is it Brian? I'm not sure. It could be anything, couldn't it? But I'm going to say Brian. Welcome along, Brian. Mr. McKenna. Sat there in 6th. He's in the Galaxy liveried AMG GT3. Alex currently sat in 7th place. He's going to be looking to try and make a move on Brian soon, I'm sure, or McKenna, whichever way you want to call it. Visaris currently in 8th. Bonner is 9th. We have Capale down in 10th place. Chris is 11th. Isaac Mitch is 12th, but he's being chased down by CMP. CMP on that fresh, soft rubber. He's going to move through and take that position. He got it done easily, didn't he? Not really a lot Isaac could do there. Although is Isaac going to try and come back now along Big Banky Boy? He has managed to get that move done, has he? They're side by side. They're going to have to be careful, give plenty of room to each other, and they have plenty of room given there. And it looks like Isaac just edging ahead there into the hairpin. Can CMP get a switch back? He's looking for it. We've seen how good that GTR can be. He's on fresher rubber as well, so... He has... Oh, and yeah, so Iggy is into the pits. This is going to be a one-stop in the sprint race. So Capolero actually moving up to first place. Sonic King, I think, may be the only guy that isn't going to have to pit. So Capolero GT moving up to first place. He's a new race leader. Will he have to pit though? I'm not too sure. Sonic King, as you can see, that BRZ absolutely cracking on tyre wear. He's not really got to worry about conserving them tyres too much at all. He's just got to keep focusing on Capolero GT, and he is bringing that gap down. Obviously doing the double last week in round 1. I think he's going to be trying to make it a double again this week. We'll see what he can do in that BRZ. Down to 6 tenths now, the gap. Iggy just managed to get the move done on BX. BX on very heavily worn softs now. So Iggy, he stopped for that pit stop, didn't he? It didn't affect him too much. He's back up to 3rd place. Will he be able to get back up into 1st place? He's only got 4.5 minutes to do so. But again, on fresh rubber, so anything is possible. So BX is currently sat in 4th place. I do believe he may end up pitting possibly. Or will he take them tyres to the end? He may be able to stretch them to the end. Alex up to 5th place now. Visaris is sat in 6th. We got Bomber there in 7th. Viking Dog down in 8th place, but he has pitted, so he's on fresher rubber. Is he going to get that move done on Bomber? Bomber's got the inside for this next one, coming through the final sector, and he does. He manages to get it done. Almost grazing the pit wall there. Through the final turn. Bomber's going to stick with him in that slipstream. He is on very heavily worn softs. Well, they're about halfway worn. So actually, looking like the RX Vision's looking after his tyres, as well as the BRZ at this current juncture. Capel is there in 9th place. He was the only guy that decided to go for the mediums in this race, in the sprint race. He hasn't pitted yet, making his way through to 9th at the moment. He will be trying to get onto the back of Bomber, I'm sure. McKenna, he has pitted. Currently in 10th. Oh, he's had a bit of a moment there. He managed to save it though. CMP, he pitted, didn't he? Back in 11th place. Owen, 12th. Isaac Mitch, 13th. Mini managing to make his way back to 14th now. I think that's courtesy of... Oh no, Chris must have had a moment. I thought maybe Chris had pitted, but looking like he's had a moment. Sonic King managing to take the lead now. So Capellero GT, I'm not sure where that happened. We missed it. I do apologise. But Sonic King has managed to make it through to first place. You can see Iggy there in the background though. Iggy is furiously chasing him down. He has got the tyre advantage at this moment. Will Iggy be able to snatch the lead back from Sonic King? Obviously a very fast driver, Sonic King. We saw him do the double last week. Loki. He's now extended that gap to 1.1 seconds. What is the gap between Iggy and Capellero? So Iggy now 9/10 off the back of Capellero GT. Come on, baby. Hello. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a baby. He's a baby. That's right, lay down, go to sleep. Oh no, don't chew my mic. Stop chewing the mic. So Capellero trying to keep that gap to Sonic King. It's 1.2 seconds now though. Iggy is on a charge. Iggy closing that gap. Trying to make the most of them fresh softs. Well, look like Sonic King kicking up some dirt there up ahead. Capellero furiously trying to hold on to that second place, but Iggy's managed to get it done. He's managed to get it done up the inside there. Through turn 5, I believe it was, up to turn 6, and Sonic King, what happened there? It looks like he's going to lose that first place, he's going to lose that pole position. He's having to defend now against Capellero GT. I think there may have been a tiny bit of contact there between Sonic King and Capellero. Can Sonic King hold on to that second place? Capellero is looking like he's trying to come back now. Sonic King, what can he do? Iggy now trying to stretch that gap. It's almost up to a second already. And it is now up to a second. So looking like the one stop might be the strategy to go for in this sprint race. I think it's going to turn out to be a 2-stop in the endurance. Sonic King looking like he may have done enough to keep Capellero behind him, but Capellero still only 6/10 off the back of him. So the top 3 battle is still very close indeed. Although it looks like Iggy may be comfortably edging away now, as they are now on the final lap. So the top 5 managing to get through and do a victory lap. Alex will finish in 6th place, Visaris 7th, Bomber 8th, CMP 9th, Owen 10th, Capel 11th, Isaac Mitch 12th, B McKenna 13th, Mini is going to finish in 14th. That's a good effort there, Mini, after that early moment. Chris, I'm not sure what happened to Chris, all the way down in 15th. So he's going to bring it home in 15th place. Nice little bit of showboating across the line there. So Iggy, he has done enough, hasn't he? 1.9 seconds now the gap, nearly 2 seconds. Go on, baby. Yeah. And Sonic King has done just enough to stay ahead of Capellero GT, as I have a little kitten eating my fingers. And we are coming through the final sector now, so we will go on board. Yeah, BX too far behind Viking Dog at this point, so we're going to go on board with Iggy. Starting on pole, taking the one-stop strategy in the sprint race. Obviously tyre wear, a huge feature around here, around Alsace Village. He's managed to stretch that gap now to 2.5 seconds. So he is going to take the W in this first race in the sprint. Well done, Iggy, mate. Absolutely cracking drive there. Sonic King, he's going to bring it home in second place. Capolaro GT will be third. Viking Dog fourth. BX Royal, he's going to bring it home in fifth place. And you saw the rest of the grid, didn't you? Alex was sixth, Visaris was seventh, Bomber eighth, CMP ninth, Owen 10th, Capel 11th, Isaac Mitz 12th. And yeah, that isn't... Is that the order? Yeah, Isaac Mitch 12th, Capel 13th, Mini 14th, and it was Chris was 15th, wasn't it? Not 10th. Anyway, without further ado, that was the sprint race. We will shortly get into the endurance. So the feature race is up and coming. Obviously, the results from that sprint race will determine the reverse grid for the feature race. As I say, I'm going to predict it to be a 2-stop. I thought it was going to be a 2-stop and a 1-stop in the sprint last week, but the guys managing to run one set of tyres for the duration, and I think it was only a 1-stop for most of the guys in the feature. But as I say, around here, around Alsace Village, I think it is definitely going to be a 2-stop. So I'm not sure, I can't pronounce that name, mate, I'm sorry, but he says, have a nice and clean race. I'm sure they're going to have a cracking race, mate. And welcome along, if it's your first time joining the stream. I'm It's Vex, man, your boy Vexed, and I'll be taking you through the proceedings for this feature race.
Inversaris friend from Greece.
Okay, welcome along, mate. So, it's Visaris' friend from Greece. Welcome along, mate. Nice to see you joining the stream. Hope you enjoy the race. We'll go back in now. Obviously a rolling start for the reverse grid, as always. So some different strategies on display for this feature. We've got a lot of guys starting on the mediums. It looks like Mini, only guy at the moment starting on the softs. Is that a Ferrari strategy decision? Not too sure. Oh, McKenna going for the hards there. So, yeah, he's going to try and make them hards work. Maybe he will be able to do a 1-stop. Not too sure. I still think it's going to be a 2-stop regardless. Oh, and he's actually on the mediums now, so he's changed to mediums, deciding not to go for the hards. Perhaps going to go for the hards in a later stint, not too sure. There is Visaris, there is our friend in the chats, a friend from Greece. So I think, oh, Mini on the hards. So yeah, this isn't the actual feature just yet. I think everybody just trying to get to grips with their tyre choices for the first stint. It is 22 the hour, so I do believe this race, once it gets underway, will finish at about 20 past 9, maybe 25 minutes past 9, at a push. And I urge you all to stay with us. This is going to be a cracking feature race, I can tell. I think we're going to have some different strategies on display, which always makes for great watching, doesn't it? It's great to see people trying a few different things. a BOP race, balance of power, so all the cars are, well, they're meant to be equal, but they're not, are they? Everybody knows this now. If you've played any of GT7, you have got some cars that are a lot better than others, and you've seen that with the tyre wear as well. The BRZ, very, very, very good on tyre wear. The M6 not so good, but what it makes up for tyre wear, or what it gives away in tyre wear, sorry, it makes up for in power. I've said it quite a few times, one of my favourite cars from GT Sport. The Gt7 model is also a very good car, very good all-rounder. So we're going to see Iggy, Viking Dog and Sonic King try and come from the back of the field again, try and make their way through to the front. Isaac Mitch looking like he's going to be starting on softs. Is that a strategy error? Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see. So we are now waiting for the feature to start. Should start any time now, I'm sure. We normally get the message from BX saying that the race has started. There we go, it's popped up now, starting soon. Thank you, BX. So what's your bets in the chat, guys? How many stops do you think these guys are going to have to do in this feature race? It is a 40-minute sprint race, 40-minute endurance, sorry, not a sprint race. We just had the sprint race, which was 15 minutes. And some of the drivers having to do a one-stop in the sprint race. So I do predict it to definitely be a two-stop, maybe even a three-stop for some of the guys. And it looks like we are going to get into it now. And this is it. Rolling start formation. Chris will be starting on pole. Sick Individual says free stop. So maybe Sick Individual's been there during some of the testing, not sure, but that is his prediction, a free stop. I think you might be right. Sick Individual is very, very heavy on the tyre wear around here, around Alsace. And the pit lane is so short, that's right, so it is worth it. A very short pit lane. What do you think it's about 20 seconds, 26 seconds, somewhere around there? Definitely not as long as some of the pits, is it? So Chris managing to keep that pole position off the start there. Mini now under some pressure from Brian McKenna. I don't know if that's Brian, please correct me if it's not Brian, but yeah, be nice to know. B. McKenna now going for the move up the inside on Mini. He's managed to get it done, has he? Mini holding it around the outside. No, he's up there. Isaac Mitch following through as well. Oh, there's a little bit of door banging there, but he has got through. So Isaac Mitch up to third place now. Mini down to fourth. He's now under attack from Capel. Capel's going to be looking to come through as well. Is he going to be hard on the brakes into this one? He is. Side by side through turn 6, I believe that was. Up into 7. Mini and Capel still side by side. Oh, Mini, look, oh, come on, Mini. Looking like Mini a little bit unconfident there. He didn't really want to keep the boot in, didn't want to take any of the other guys out, but Capel moves up to 4th place. We've got Owen up to 5th place. The winner of the sprint was Iggy. Sick Individual, yeah, he won the sprint. It was looking like Sonic may have done, but Iggy, he did the one stop, didn't he? Came out on fresh softs, and it definitely worked in his advantage. So Owen is now under attack from CMP. Capel managing to pull out that gap to 6 tenths now. CMP is there, currently in 5th place, 6th place even. Bomber 7th, yeah, Iggy is a legend. He is a Time Lord. I think he might be my top pick for the win in this one, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Obviously, it is an endurance, so it is anyone's game at the moment. Alex is currently sat in 8th place. You've got Viking Dog moving past Visaris there. So Viking Dog up to 9th place, Visaris down to 10th, BX trying to come through now as well, BX currently in 11th place. We've got Iggy making waves already, he's come from the back of the field, he's up to 12th place. He's going to get that move done on Mini. Mini there in 13th, Sonic King coming up the inside now. That BRZ is going to be very good on tyre wear again, as I have said all evening. I think he may be one of the only guys that can do a 2-stop, possibly even a 1-stop. But we'll have to wait and see how the race unfolds. So Mini now 14th, and Capillero GT, what happened to Capillero? Not sure what happened to Capillero, he's 7.7 seconds off the back of Mini. So must have been some shenanigans off the start. Meanwhile, Chris trying to hold on to that race lead. He had a cracking start, didn't he? Managed to just pull away. He got that gap up to 6 tenths. Oh, it's up to 7 tenths now. It was down to 5 tenths a minute ago. McKenna trying to chase him down though. He's actually putting in a purple sector. That's the fastest sector on track, but then it is only lap 2. So he's trying to close that gap, but Chris doing well at the moment. He managed to start extending it, but looking like McKenna may have got a better exit out of that last turn as they come through the final sector now into the final couple of turns. And he's actually brought that gap down to 3 tenths, 2 tenths. Chris is under immense pressure now. He's going to have to defend that inside line, is he? And he actually doesn't. So McKenna maybe not quite close enough to go for a move that time round, but he has closed that gap right up now, hasn't he? Chris is definitely going to have to start going defensive soon. And they're bringing Isaac along for the ride as well, taking Isaac for company. Isaac looking a little bit stronger here in this feature. Oh, and McKenna getting that move done. That was a textbook move there from McKenna. It looked like he was going to get it done anyway. Tried to set it up a couple of corners back and he managed to get it to stick. He's in the AMG GT3, I believe it's the older version, I think it's the 2016, is it? Oh, a bit of a twitch there though on that exit of that corner there. Maybe a bit of contact there between Chris and McKenna. Chris having to defend now against Isaac. Still looking for that move against McKenna though. He's going to get it done into Big Banky Boy. Not this time round. You see the sparks flying up off the cars there. Everybody running quite low ride height. But then, as I say, you can't actually change the setups, can you, in the bot race? So, oh, and Isaac, look at that move there from Isaac. Oh, that was a great move from Isaac. Just losing it on the exit though to Chris. He had to go for it though, didn't he? What a move though. He almost managed to get it to stick. This is a great show from Isaac. He looked like he was on the back foot, didn't he, in round 1, but coming back stronger here. Oh, there was a bit of contact there. Tiny bit of contact. He let Chris take the advantage again. He's not going to want to do that too much, though, because Capel is hot on his heels. Only a second behind at the moment. CMP currently in 5th place. He's got Owen for company. Owen 4 tenths off the back of him. Viking Dog trying to make his way through now as well. Viking Dog currently up to 7th with Iggy. Iggy is hot on his tail. 3 tenths off the back of Viking Dog. Six minutes in. What can Iggy do? Iggy currently chasing down Viking Dog. He's 3 tenths off the back of him. He's got a nice 1.1 second gap to Alex, who is currently sat in 9th place. He's got BX all over his bumper though in 10th. BX only 2 tenths off the back of Alex. Visaris, Alex's teammate, is there in 11th place. It looked like he was looking for a move on BX there, not quite managing to get it done. BX covering that inside off into the big banked right-hander again. Not allowing him an opportunity to get through. And it looks like Sonic King may be able to actually get that move done on Visaris. Will he be going up the inside here? Novasaurus closes the door. So it was great defending there from Zasaris, not leaving an opportunity for Sonic King to get through. Capillary GT, he was looking like he was on a bit on the back foot at the start, wasn't he? But he's managed to make his way back up to 13th place. Bomber is there in 14th and Mini down in 15th. He is on the hards though, so alternate strategy there from Mini. Can he make that work? Meanwhile, Chris is back up to the race lead, and McKenna down in 4th place. I think maybe McKenna had a moment somewhere, not too sure. So Chris now 8 tenths ahead of Isaac. Isaac up to 2nd place. Come on, Isaac. Absolutely cracking drive so far in this feature race from Isaac. As I say, he looked a little bit uncomfortable, didn't he, in the first round and in the sprint race, but looking like he's flying at the moment. So the reverse grid working in his favour so far. Will he be able to keep hold of that podium? As Capale taking a bit of a wide line through that last turn. Looked like he collected the grass a bit, but he's kept it going. Didn't cost him too much to... Oh, look like Isaac a little bit twitchy through there, nearly opening the door there for Capale. Meanwhile, these two fighting are just letting Chris get away. Capale's going to be looking for that inside line, but Isaac shut the door. He's not allowing him to take the line that he wants to. Great defending from Isaac. He's doing all he can at the moment to stay ahead of Capale. He was only 2 tenths off the back of Isaac. And we've got Iggy. Iggy is up to 5th place now. He's managed to get past Viking Dog. Viking Dog down to 6th. Oh, Capale nearly grazing that pit wall there. So McKenna now into the pits. He's the first of the guys to enter the pits. He'll be getting on a fresh set of rubbers, fresh set of boots. Capale still within that slipstream range of Isaac up ahead, but Isaac looking like he got a better exit out of the first turn. As they come down into turn 3. So 10 minutes in to this feature race, and we've got Chris sat in 1st place. He's 1.1 seconds ahead of Isaac Mitch, who is in 2nd place. He's 5 tenths ahead of Capale, who is in 3rd. Iggy now up to 4th place. That'll be courtesy of McKenna pitting, or entering the pits. Viking Dog currently 5th place, with Owen behind him in 6th. Then we've got Alex 7th. And we've got a little bit of a battle going on here between Capillary GT and Sonic King, 8th and 9th. Can Sonic King manage to get past Capillary GT? We had a bit of a wide line through there, almost collecting that grass. Didn't phase him though. And let's look at the tyre wear on that BRZ. You can see the BRZ again, hardly using any of them tyres. A lot of the rest of the guys, as you can see, very heavily worn, or reasonably heavily worn. Oh no, Vasaris with a bit of a moment. Come on, Vasaris. CMP, that's allowed CMP through in that GTR. CMP must have had a pit somewhere, because he looks like he's on fresh softs. Capale now into the pits. He'll be looking to take on a fresh set of rubber. So McKenna, he's rejoined in 11th place. Capale down to 10th now. No, he's going to come out in 10th. Oh, there was a little bit of a moment there between him and CMP. Almost colliding as he came out of the pits. McKenna almost having a slide there on the exit of turn 1. 11th place currently. Bomber is 12th. Vasaris now down to 13th. BX Royal's there in 14th place. He's got a fresh set of softs though. And Mini doing all he can to run his own race. Currently in 15th place, but he is on the hard, so maybe able to take them quite a long duration, maybe trying to turn it into a one stop. But Chris holding on to that first place at the moment, 1.8 seconds ahead of Isaac Mitch. Come on, Isaac. Isaac was being challenged by Capel, wasn't he? But he's now got Iggy to contend with. Iggy not far behind him now. Oh, bit of a twitch there from Isaac. Come on, Isaac. He's been having a cracking race so far, hasn't he, in this feature? I did say to him in the chat last week, he can do it. I've seen him be rapid before. He was a wild card, wasn't he, in the Dodge Viper a couple of seasons ago? I think it may have been the previous season. So this season 10, or was it season 9? The tier 4 drivers, as we see Viking Dog now into the pits, dropping down the order. So Iggy 1.4 seconds off the back of Isaac Mitch now. I wonder how long before he will pit. So it's looking like maybe some of the guys are going to be able to do a one stop. As I say, I think there's going to be quite a few doing a two stop. Alex now up to 4th place, 3.7 seconds off the back of Iggy, but he may close that gap once Iggy pits, if Iggy pits. Aero GT currently sat in 5th place, 2 tenths off the back of Alex. I think Alex is probably hoping his teammate could... Oh! There was a tiny bit of door rubbing, but just the nature of that turn, I believe. As we got Sonic King getting a move done there on Owen. So he is now up to 6th place. And look at his tyres, his tyre wear not really affecting him at all. And CMP managing to get a move done on Owen as well, as we got Capel. Capel also trying to get in the mix there. So 7th to 10th, all within a second of each other at the moment. McKenna as well, trying to make his way through. CMP trying to keep these 3 cars behind him. Owen trying to look up the inside. What can he do? Can he get it to stick? And he has. He's managed to get that move done. I think CMP having to try and give him as much room as he could. So we've got Isaac now into the pits. Chris has stayed out his favourite track position. Capellero moves through to 2nd place. Alex is up to 3rd. Still yet to pit. Sonic King is up to 4th place. Also yet to pit, but I think Sonic King, I think he may be on a one stop. I think he's the only guy that may be able to do a one stop, obviously with the advantage of the tyre wear that BRZ lends to itself. McKenna 9 tenths behind him now. He's in the slipstream range. He's on worn soft, so he did pit quite early as well, didn't he? So actually with a current fastest lap as well of a 150.4. He's got Capel 6 tenths behind him in 6th place. Bomber is there in 7th place. I think he's also pitted, hasn't he? He's on softs. He didn't start on softs, I believe he started on mediums. And Viking Dog on a fresh set of softs. Viking Dog looking to try and set that move up now. Can he get it done? He's actually putting the purple sector there. He's 6 tenths faster than anyone else at the moment through that middle sector into the final sector now. He's putting Bomber under some pressure. Bomber's covering that inside off. Can he get a switch back here up the hill? Like Bomber having the superior drive up the hill there. There's only a 10th in it though, a 100th in it even. And Viking Dog does manage to get that move done. So Bomber now down to 8th place. As Capellero GT, he's into the pits now. So Sonic King up to 2nd place. And Viking Dog does take the fastest lap there with a 150.3. So Bomber now 7th. BX is up to 8th place. We've got Iggy in 9th. He's on a fresh set of softs though. What can he do on that fresh set of softs? Can he make him last long enough to do a 1-stop, or will it turn into a 2-stop? Maybe having to go back onto a fresh set of softs towards the end. I think only 2 compounds having to be used within this race. CMP's there in 10th place, but he's now under immense pressure from Visaris. Visaris looking to try and get that move done. He's 1/10 behind him. He's closing that gap. Trying to look for a gap to get past CMP, but CMP not making it easy. He's making that GTR as wide as he possibly can. We've got Isaac Mitch. He had a crack in first, didn't he? He's now on fresh softs. Can he make his way back to the front of the grid? Or the front of the field? Watch this space. Coming up to the halfway mark of this race. Capillary GT 13th currently, 4 tenths behind Isaac. Owen 14th. And Mini, he's on a fresh set of softs now, but he's 47.7 seconds behind the rest of the field. So running the hards, he went for a different strategy. It's not quite paid off at the moment. Meanwhile, Chris still holding on to that first place. He's trying to take the mediums for as long as he possibly can. He's got a 5.6 second gap now to Sonic King. Alex now into the pits. So Sonic King doing all he can now to stay ahead of McKenna. McKenna is well within that slipstream range. He's 2 tenths off the back of him. He's looking for that move now. As he come down into turn 3, will he get it done? Sonic King holding that inside line. McKenna's going to have to try and go for the switchback, isn't he? Or will he go for a move into this next turn? It's looking like at the moment he may have the grip advantage, but he actually hasn't. So the mediums of Sonic King are looking in way better condition than the softs of McKenna, but McKenna is on the faster compound at the moment. He's got the inside for that turn, but Sonic's going to have the inside for this next one. And he's going to hold that inside. Coming down to this next hard braking zone. No, it's not where I thought they were. They're now into the banked right-hander. It's Viking Dog. Viking Dog is now starting to try and challenge McKenna. He's going to have the inside for the hairpin. McKenna dropping down to 4th now. Great move there from Viking Dog, and he manages to get it into the hairpin, and he's onto the back of Sonic King now. He's on a fresh set of softs. What can he do? Can he get past Sonic King? Sonic King's going to be trying to make that BRZ as wide as he can. But it looks like Viking Dog, maybe, no, not quite that time round. Sonic King under some immense pressure now. Viking Dog looking for that inside line into turn 1. And he's managed to get that move done. Great move there from Viking King. Sonic King now down to 3rd place. I think he's going to be trying to take them mediums up to the 25-minute mark, and then he can put on a fresh set of softs, and I reckon he'll take them to the end of the race. So definitely on for a 1-stop at the moment is Sonic King. Will that work in his favour? Viking Dog, meanwhile, starting to chip into that gap now to Chris. Chris is on very heavily warm mediums now, isn't he? You can see the gap is getting smaller as we speak. 3.7 seconds, 3.6, 3.5, 3.4. So yeah, Viking Dog on an absolute charge at the moment. A little bit of an onboard view as he's chasing down Chris. He's now managed to pull out a 1.3 second gap to Sonic King. Sonic King is going to have Iggy to contend with very soon as well. We'll check in, see how close Iggy is behind him. But yeah, that gap coming down every corner. Oh no, Mini's retired the car. Strategy not working in his favour. I think he's going to go and sack his mechanics, sack his strategist, sack his engineers, sack a lot of them. Come back next week with a better team. Come on, lad, you can do it. So the gap to first place is now 1.6 seconds. Oh no! Viking Dog grazing the pit wall there. He does move up to the race lead though, so new race leader there, Viking Dog. On quite heavily worn softs now though. Chris dropping down the order, he's down to 6th place. Putting some fuel in that car. Sonic King managing to keep that gap to Viking Dog, 1.3 seconds at the moment. But he has got Iggy 9 tenths behind him. Iggy now with the current fastest lap of 149.347, and since lap 10 he's put in consistent 149s, so on an absolute charge at the moment is Iggy, but I do think Iggy may be on for a 2-stop. The reason I say that is because he is on quite worn softs at the moment, and I'm not sure he's got enough fuel in that car to take him to the end of the race, so I do believe it's going to be a splash and a dash for Iggy and a fresh set of boots. And he knows, doesn't he? He knows that Sonic King is still yet to pit. And he's in the prime position at the moment to get that switch back. He's looking for it already. Sonic King is doing all he can to stay ahead. I wonder if this will be the lap where Sonic King decides to enter the pits and get his pit stop done, take on a fresh set of rubber, put some more fuel in that car. Ziggy has managed to put alongside him. Sonic King managing to keep that 2nd place for the meantime. Iggy, come on, man. Keep it clean, son. And yeah, as I predicted, so Sonic King is now into the pits. He's going for the undercut. Iggy is up to 2nd place, but I do believe he is going to do a 2nd pit himself. In fact, that's the first. That is actually the first and probably only pit from Sonic King. And BX now into the pits again, so he's going for his 2nd pit stop. Viking Dog with a 2.2 second lead now. He's going to be going for a pit stop as well, though, isn't he? Going for a 2nd stop. So I did say I thought it was going to be a 2-stop. It is looking that way at the moment. Maybe some of the guys actually on a 3-stop, as Sick Individual predicted himself. But looking like Viking Dog's done enough at the moment, because Iggy is going to have to pit behind him as well. He's not going to have enough fuel to take him to the end of the race. This will be the lap that Viking Dog pits. I think Iggy may follow him in as well. And if they do go into the pits, we will have a quick run down through the grid and see where everyone else is at the moment, because I'd like to see where Sonic King is and where he may potentially come out. I think he may come out onto the back of these two. That gap to Viking Dog now down to 1.9 seconds. Iggy making the most of that worn soft compound. Capel 7 seconds behind Iggy, so nice gap there, nice bit of breathing space for Iggy and Viking Dog. And yeah, Viking is into the pits now, Iggy is into the pits, so we'll have a quick rundown. So Aero GT currently 3rd place, he's going to become new race leader. Capel actually into the pits as well, so Owen is going to move up to 2nd place, unless he pits as well. He is into the pits as well. So Alex moves up to 2nd place. Aero GT is your new race leader. What can he do? He's 7.7 seconds ahead of Alex now. But he's going to have to try and take them softs to the end. They're almost halfway through their tyre life, or tyre expectancy, life expectancy even. Alex up to 2nd place though. He definitely has got enough rubber, hasn't he, and enough fuel to take him to the end of the race, so it's anyone's game at the moment. McKenna McKenna is there in third. Isaac Mitch is sat in fourth place. We've got Chris sat in fifth place. Sonic King and Viking Dog now having a battle. We saw him battling last week as well. Viking Dog is going to take the inside to this one, and he is. Oh, tiny bit of contact there again between them two. But Viking Dog managing to make that move stick. And they've got Iggy there as well for company. So Iggy currently in 8th place. Sonic King trying to get that move back done. Trying to get that move done again on Viking Dog. A little bit of contact there again between them two. A little flash of the lights there from Sonic King. I was about to call him Sonic Dog. I think Sonic King feels like he was... That was a little bit of an unfair move, but... I think it was negligible. It was only the slightest bit of contact. And Iggy all over the back of him now as well. Iggy 3/10 off the back of Sonic King. What can he do? Can he manage to get past him? He's on a very fresh set of softs now. Definitely got enough fuel in that car. So Isaac Mitch is now into the pits. He's currently 8th place, but he's going to drop down the order. So CMP moves up to 8th place. Visaris is up to 9th. Bomber 10th. BX Capel 11th. BX is 12th. BX trying to get that move done on Capel though. Can he get it done? Oh, bit of a moment there on the exit from BX. He's managed to hold it though. Great save there, BX. Just dragging that rear wheel onto the grass there on the exit of turn 1 and almost losing it, but managing to save it. Owen 13th, Isaac Mitch 14th, and we saw Mini retired. There's going to be some harsh words with his strategists and engineers and whatnot once he gets back to the pits. So Capellero GT, currently your race leader. He's 7.3 seconds, 7.4 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. But he is going to have to do a splash on the dash, maybe take on a fresh set of rubber. So has Alex fueled enough? I don't think he has. I think Alex is going to be going for another stop as well. So yeah, Capellero GT on a free stop. Alex looking like he might be on for a free stop as well. He's not going to be able to take that fuel and them tyres to the end of the race. McKenna currently in a good position, but has he... Not too sure. So Capellero is now into the pits. Alex, will he go into the pits as well? Yes, he has. McKenna, will he go into the pits? No, he's favoured track position, so McKenna is going to become your new race leader. There he goes, across the start-finish line into turn 1. So yeah, he does feel like he has got enough rubber and enough fuel to get him to the end of the race. He's going to be having a fuel save though, isn't he? Surely, if he wants to do a 2-stop. But I do think he may end up turning it into a 3-stop towards the end. Chris looking like he's definitely got enough fuel in that car. Definitely got enough rubber as well, but he is under attack from Iggy. He's only 9/10 off the back of McKenna now.
Viking and Sonic.
Iggy G-mode Viking jumped. Yeah, Iggy did jump him, didn't he? It's a great strategy there from Iggy. I think Sonic tried to get the undercut, didn't he? And it didn't quite work out for him. McKenna looking like he's on the back foot now. Chris putting him under some pressure. Oh no, there's contact there between Chris and McKenna. Oh dear, that's let Iggy through easily. Iggy up to first place now. He's up to the race lead. He's going to be trying to extend that gap. Just under half a tank of fuel, and he's got plenty meat left on them tyres. I'm not sure what happened there between McKenna and... Who was it? Was it McKenna and Viking Dog? Can't quite remember. So Chris sat in second place. He's 7/10 off the back of Iggy now. Definitely with enough fuel and tyres to take him to the end of the race. Sonic King now up to third place though. He's not got to worry about a tyre wear. I think he's done enough to, or he's got enough fuel in that car as well to take him to the end. 8 minutes left now. Sonic King with Viking Dog all over the back of him again. McKenna is now into the pits. I did predict that, didn't I? So McKenna on a free stop. Viking Dog 4 tenths behind Sonic King. Can he manage to retake that third position? At the moment, your podium slots are Iggy currently in first place with Chris in second place. Sonic King holding on to that third place at the moment. But Viking Dog does look rapid. He looks like he's... Oh no, Viking Dog, no, no, no! Hold it, he's held it. That was a deep line there from Viking Dog. I thought he was going to go for a spin, but he managed to save it. His tyres are going to be a bit dirty now, though. He's going to be furiously trying to scrub that dirt off. As we've got Sonic King now trying to attack Chris. Chris defending for dear life. Oh, and Sonic King manages to get that move done easily through the banking. Chris just with a deeper line. Not able to defend. And Sonic King closes the door, unable to go for the inside through the hairpin. But looking like Viking Dog, he's dropped some way off the back of him now. He's 1.3 seconds behind. So that is what getting your tyres dirty does. It does definitely null your momentum somewhat. Kepler GT up to 5th place. Bomber 6th. BX Royal up to 7th place. He's got Capel behind him and Alex. Capel and Alex having a bit of a ding-dong now. Capel, can he stay ahead of Alex? Can he get past BX? I'm not too sure. BX looking like he's on the more heavily worn softs than Capel, so Capel having the grip advantage at the moment. Oh, Alex, look at Alex's tyres. Alex on very fresh softs. Currently in 9th place, but he is definitely going to have the grip advantage. Coming into the dying stages of this race. 6 minutes left now, just under. Owen sat in 10th. McKenna behind him in 11th, 2.2 seconds behind. Oh, as he has it. Oh no, McKenna. He didn't want to do that. Basaris is currently 12th place with CMP behind him in 13th, and Isaac had such a strong start. He's now down in 14th place, 6 seconds behind CMP. That's unlucky, Isaac. He was looking so strong, wasn't he? I thought he was going to possibly finish top 5, maybe even top 3, but that's just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? But Iggy looking like he's done enough at the moment to make it 2 out of 2, so he's trying to do the double here this week. We had Sonic doing the double last week, but Sonic has got the grip advantage and he's got less fuel in that car as we come into the dying stages, the final 4 minutes now. So they will probably get another 2 laps, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 laps. I think definitely the top 5, the faster drivers, probably will get to do a 3rd lap. But we'll have to wait and see. I should have really kept a tally of everyone's pit stop, shouldn't I? So I think there was definitely some of the guys did a 3 stop, some of them doing a 2 stop. We saw Sonic King, he's definitely on a 2 stop. I think Iggy was definitely on a 3. Oh no, bit of a no, Iggy! He's held it. He had a moment, but he managed to save it. That was a great save there from Iggy. I thought he was gone. Absolutely cat-like reflexes there from Iggy. 1.3 seconds now, the gap to Sonic King. Sonic King is definitely looking like he's trying to impose himself on that lead, isn't he? Oh, it's down to a second now, 1.1 seconds. Come on, Iggy, you can do it, son. Absolutely cracking display of racing though from these two guys out the front, and Viking Dog. Don't write Viking Dog off just yet. He's 3 seconds behind, but I think he can close that gap still. Although he is on quite heavily worn soft, so he may have to go defensive against Chris, who is 1.1 seconds behind. No, 1.2. Meanwhile, Sonic King almost into that slipstream range. 9 tenths behind Iggy now. 8 tenths. And I think it's just going to come down to tyre wear, isn't it, in the final stages of this race. 2 minutes left now. But absolutely cracking drive this evening from Iggy. He had a cracking strategy in the first race, and it's looking like he's had a brilliant one here again in the second, in the feature. Sonic King as well, he's done really well, hasn't he, to stick to his guns, make it a one stop. A lot of varying strategies this evening, which is great to see. We've seen some of the guys doing 2 stops, some of the guys doing 3 stops. But has Iggy done enough to hold on to that race lead? Sonic King, always call him Sonic Dog again. Sonic King almost onto his gearbox now. He's 4 tenths behind. I think that front left tyre is going to let go soon on Iggy's M6. He's had to shut the door on the inside there, not allowing Sonic King to come up, make a move up the inside. He's right on his gearbox now, though, is Sonic King. 2 tenths behind Iggy. Come on, Iggy. What can Sonic do, though? Can he manage to get a move done? He's going to have to do it cleanly, though, isn't he? Really starting to put Iggy under some pressure now, though. I think Iggy's going to have his aircon on max at the moment, trying to cool himself down. Can he keep it together, though? Can he keep it together? I think this may be the final lap now. 2 tenths, 3 tenths behind is Sonic King. That front left of Iggy's has now left the chat, and it is indeed the final lap. So Capel finishes in 8th place, BX finishes in 9th, McKenna is 10th, Owen 11th, Visaris 12th, CMP 13th, Isaac Mitch will finish in 14th. And the battle's here at the front between Iggy and Sonic King. Come on, Iggy. I believe in you, mate. Oh, Sonic King looking at the inside. Oh, Sonic. Was there a bit of contact there? Not too sure. I don't know if Iggy's tyre just gave way. I think I'll have to go back and have a look at the replay after this race. But Sonic King looking like he might have done enough here to take the win in this feature race. Obviously losing out to Iggy in the sprint race. He's approaching the final sector now. In fact, I think he's into the final sector now. I think this is what we call the final sector. He's going to be running on fumes, though, on that BRZ. On Aero GT, managing to get a move done on Viking Dog. So Viking Dog down to 3rd place now. Can he come back? And I think that BRZ has run out of fuel. Running on fumes now. He's going to take the win here, isn't he? Sonic King. Aero 2nd place, Viking Dog 3rd, Iggy, that's unlucky Iggy, 4th place, Chris 5th, Bomber 6th, and Alex will finish in 7th place. We've got a yellow flag. I'm not too sure what that yellow flag's all about. So Capel was 8th, BX was 9th, McKenna 10th, Owen 11th, Visaris 12th. And yeah, great racing again this week. I am going to save that replay so I can investigate that last lap. I'm not too sure what happened there. Hopefully there wasn't contact, but it did look like, yeah, definitely, didn't it, Ben? Looked like there was a little bit of a tap there, possibly between Sonic and Iggy. Although Iggy has just put in the chat there, Sonic King, thanks for the clean race, that was fun. So maybe Iggy didn't feel like there was contact, but yeah, I think that's going to be one for the stewards. Well, anyway, that was round 2, season 11 with a tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing. I've been your boy Vexed, as always, and I'll be back next week with round 3. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, guys, and I will see you again.
I think
Good night.
that's sarcasm, lol.
Yeah, I think you might be right, actually, Benji. I think maybe that is sarcasm. He's not hung around for long, as he is Iggy, so yeah, I think that's definitely going to be one for the stewards to investigate, as I say. But yeah, anyway, I've been your boy Vexed as always. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'll be back next week. I will see you then. Good night.